So 2025, it's the year a massive flood of money hit the world of artificial intelligence, shaking up entire industries almost overnight. But this wasn't just another tech boom. It was a fundamental rewiring of everything. So let's do this. Let's follow the money and find out who's really building our AI-powered future. Okay, first things first, let's just talk about the sheer scale of this. Over $150 billion. And get this, that's not even the total investment in AI for the year. No, that's just the cash raised by a handful of the very top companies. We are watching a digital gold rush play out on a scale we've just never seen before. All right, so the obvious question is, where is this mountain of cash actually going? It's not just getting dumped into one big pile. The money is flowing into three really distinct but interconnected layers of this new AI economy. Let's break them down. At the very top, you've got the titans, and you can really think of them as the ones prospecting for the digital gold itself. They're the ones building these massive, foundational AI models that are the bedrock of this whole revolution. They're locked in a super high-stakes race to create something that looks a lot like general intelligence. Leading the charge, no surprise here, it's the behemoth, Alphabet. They're not just making a small bet. They are pouring a staggering $75 billion into R&D and infrastructure. And their goal isn't just to build one model. Nah, they want to weave AI into the very fabric of everything they do, from search to their cloud services, everything. Then, of course, you've got OpenAI, the company that basically kicked this whole frenzy into overdrive. They've pulled in a massive $40 billion funding round with some serious heavy hitters like Microsoft and SoftBank backing them, all to fuel their push to keep redefining what's possible with general-purpose AI. And, you can't have a huge tech race without a wild card, right? Well, enter Elon Musk's venture xAI. They've jumped into the ring in a huge way, securing $10 billion to build their own powerful models and challenge the incumbents head-on. And then there's Anthropic, and they're kind of taking a different path. With a $3.5 billion investment, their mission is really twofold. Yeah, develop incredibly capable AI, but, and this is a big but, do it with a huge emphasis on safety and responsibility right from the ground up. So when you see them all laid out like this, you can really see the battle lines being drawn, can't you? You've got Alphabet's all-encompassing internal strategy versus OpenAI's powerful alliance with Microsoft. Then there's xAI's disruptive ambition, and of course, Anthropic's focus on safety. These aren't just companies, they are competing philosophies, and they're all defining this race for AI supremacy. But here's the thing about any gold rush. The people who reliably get rich aren't always the ones finding the gold. It's the ones selling the picks and shovels. And that brings us to the engine room, the companies building the absolute essential infrastructure that makes all this AI stuff even possible. This is the AI tech stack, and you could think of it like the assembly line for intelligence. It all starts with data refinement. You've got to have clean, labeled data to train these models, which is exactly why a company like Scale AI is so valuable. Then, that data needs an immense amount of processing power, which comes from specialized cloud providers like CoreWeave. All of that runs on highly specialized hardware, the chips, from companies like Grok. And finally, to manage this whole incredibly complex process, you need powerful analytics platforms from giants like Databricks. Each step is a critical dependency and a multi-billion-dollar market all on its own. Okay, so we have the gold and we have the tools. This third layer is where it all comes together. It's about building the boomtowns. These are the application companies that are using those foundational models and that infrastructure to create entirely new products and services that are changing our daily lives. Just take Runway, for example. With a $310 million investment, they're not just making another tool. They're basically putting an AI video director in the hands of every single creator. This is fundamentally transforming who can create high-quality visual content and how they do it. Or look at a supercritical field like healthcare. Average raised $250 million to tackle doctor burnout. Their AI medical scribe listens to doctor-patient conversations and automatically generates all the clinical notes. This frees up doctors to focus on care, not on soul-crushing paperwork. And for the people building our digital world, there's AnySphere. Backed by a huge $900 million investment, it's an AI coding partner that is changing how software gets written. I mean, just imagine a collaborator that can generate, debug, and even optimize your code right alongside you. And then there are the truly massive swings for the fences. Infinite Reality secured an incredible $3 billion investment. Their goal? To use AI to build the next generation of immersive virtual metaverse worlds. This isn't just an app.
This is a wager on the very future of human interaction itself. So, we've seen the miners, the toolmakers, and boomtowns. But what does this incredible concentration of capital and talent, what does it actually mean for the rest of us? Let's zoom out and try to map this new world. Well, beneath all this investment, a really fundamental split is emerging. On one side, you have the closed source camp, like OpenAI and Anthropic, who protect their core models like a secret recipe. It's a walled garden. But on the other side, there's a growing open source movement with players like Mistral and Together AI, and they're sharing their technology to accelerate innovation for everyone. This is the central philosophical battle in AI today. And this really gets to the heart of the 2025 AI gold rush. We have simply never seen so much power in capital, in computing resources, and in raw talent become concentrated in so few hands so incredibly quickly. And that brings us to our final critical question. As this new technological world is being built on a foundation of billions of dollars, controlled by a small number of key players, we really have to ask, who will ultimately get to set the rules? Who will reap the rewards? And who will truly own the future that they create for all of us?